Alright, for this tutorial, I decided to do a cheap custom computer build for under $1,000. So I want it to be something where you can game really well on it, but at least still save money and make it under $1,000. So the website we're going to use is PC Part Picker. It does everything pretty much for you. It tells you everything's compatible, it's the best website to use, and it has everything, just come in one place. So you don't have to worry about that. So we're going to start a new build right here. So here is all the pieces we're going to need, and I decided to pick everything up until your power supply because you don't need an optical drive anymore. You don't really need to get the OS from here. You can get it from Microsoft's website directly, or even some schools offer it for free, like Mizzou does if you're an engineering student. And all the software, other stuff like that. And monitor you can worry about later too. We're just worrying about how to build the actual, computer, pieces that we need. So the first things first, we're going to get a CPU. So we'll click choose a CPU right here, and in my opinion, I like the AMD ones. So let's get a good AMD one right here. And the one I wanted to pick is, let's see where it is. So right here, it's a really good price, and it has really good reviews. One thing too is these Ryzens. They just came out with a Gen 2 a couple weeks ago, so we're gonna get some of them for a lot cheaper than what they used to be. So it's awesome that at least we get that. So let's add this guy right here. Now we're going to need a CPU that actually cools with it and cools the CPU down that's compatible. So let's get something good. The one I'd like to use is NZXT. I just like that company. It's what I've used before, so we'll click that. The NZXT we're going to pick, let's see, right here. So it's got a lot of reviews, probably one of the most, and it's a really good price. So let's go with this guy right here. Alright, now we're going to pick a motherboard, and the motherboard is where everything connects, so like all your memory, your storage, your video card, everything's going to connect to the motherboard. So let's get one that's going to be MSI right here. MSI is what I've used before, so I just like this one. And also we're going to need one that's ATX as well. That's just a way to make everything more compatible, so let's do that. And it's going to be compatible with the case also, since we're going to buy an ATX case. So let's go there. What you add? Perfect. So now we're going to pick memory for this. Since we're trying to save money, we're going to start out with 8. And I like Corsair. That's also what I've used before, so we'll use Corsair here. And let's get the 8 GB one for 78 bucks. Yeah, we'll do this one right here. Good reviews. And like I said, we're only getting 8 for now, and we can always add more later if your gaming needs require it. So now we're going to pick the storage. So I like Western Digital. That's what I've used all the time, and I've never had any issues with it. So let's do a Western Digital. And for right now, we're not going to get solid state. We're going to get a spinning drive. We're just going to do it to save money for right now, and you should be able to play all the games you need. And if you do need another external hard drive later, you can always do that, but just some of them cost so much money that for right now, we're just going to stay with a solid state that's a terabyte. So we'll add that right here. And also having a terabyte's good for gaming because games can be, 100 gigs each, so it's always good to have that. The next thing we're going to need is the video card, which is the most expensive thing because it's the most important thing for a gaming computer. So let's choose a video card. And obviously, the GeForce ones is what we're going to get. We're going to get either a 1080 through 1060, whatever the best price is. Since the 1080s did just come out pretty recently, they're all going to be way too expensive. So we're just going to get something that's going to be a 1060 where it's a little bit older, but at least we have decent enough memory and obviously great reviews, and the price difference between the two is huge. So yeah, it's going to be the most expensive thing we're going to spend, but at least we're saving a lot more money than a 1080. And a 1060 really isn't a huge difference for the games we're going to play. We're still going to be able to play everything on high, so we'll add that. Next thing is a case, and like I said, the case and the motherboard have to be compatible, and they both have to be ATX. And the case, we're going to also pick NZXT, at least keep it, the same as the cooler. Always looks better to have that. And I like the white ones better, so we'll pick this Elite white one right here. It's $10 more than the regular one. It just looks a little bit nicer than the regular one. So I'll add this one. The next thing and the last thing is the power supply, and while we're doing that, we're at 905 also, so we still have about $100 to spend on the power supply. And if you look up here, there's no compatibility issues, so we're looking pretty good so far. So we're not going to have to worry about anything not fitting or not working. So let's get to the power supply. And it's always good to pick the same company, at least with the power supply. It doesn't matter, but try and have the same companies for as many things as you can. That's just what I like to do. It shouldn't mean too much, but let's pick EVGA at least for the power supply. The power supply I wanted to pick, let's see, it's going to be this one right here. It's got good reviews. We're saving $10 is the one that's a little like a one generation older, so it's not a huge difference. So we'll just pick this one, save some money, and it'll get everything done. And this is everything we need. Like I said, this stuff you don't really need, and you can get the OS later and the monitor later. This is, everything we'll need to build a PC under 1,000. So we're at 975. And there's no issues, so we're good to go. And also with this stuff, it all ships from different places too, so it all comes from Amazon, Outlet PC. Everything is free shipping aside from the case, so you'll have to pay shipping for that. But you can just buy all that separately, and at least it does the compatibility for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's everything you need, and everything looks good. There's no issues, like I said, so that's it. That's all I need to do. Thank you very much.